Hello, once again, audience. Welcome back to DomiNations with Christopher. We've got another one that I'm not very happy about this one. This is a little 172 atomic H. I don't feel as though my attacks are as solid as they should or could be, especially with these maze bases. So I've decided to drop somewhere near the Acropolis in order to actually kill a lot of those spawning buildings that are encompassed by obviously the Acropolis. So I did want to check the level of his generals, seeing that they're over in the far compartment there. He's got a 15, 11, and a 12. So I'm not at this point extremely concerned about that. So I'm like, well, let's go ahead and drop over here in the corner. I understand that there's probably a little bit of resistance involved, but that's early enough in the battle. I should be able to just kill it. I wanted to drop my blitz, obviously, in order to try and prevent things from spitting out whatever. You know, whatever, fat tanks, things of that nature. At this point, I think I'm looking traps. I mean, obvious location for traps, right? I mean, it's a maze base, right? So then I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna have to sabotage the town center. Hopefully I can get a rally in at some point there, but I wanted to get it underneath one of the buildings, complemented with, of course, a decoy. Let's pause that right there. So this is a perfect decoy base as a result of his mortar location, complemented with the lack of coverage by his anti-tank guns. So you'll notice that directly underneath the town center is pretty well in range of 4 mortars. And there's not a single anti-tank gun there to knock any of them off. So that's why I decided to go with that location for that decoy. Did I unpause that bad boy? Yeah, I did. Now let's see if we can't fast forward this, maybe a little bit. So I'm back to what I would consider my standard looting army. The generals, of course, are my second rank generals. I've got, you know, Alex and Nobunaga and that's not Churchill, MacArthur. MacArthur's so weak. I don't know why. Like, Churchill's so stock, and then you got MacArthur with, like, you know, I feel like he's got like 6,000 hit points. He's like, oh, I'm big and tough and I'm in a tank, but he's weak. It's not really standard tactics. I've actually been running with 2 sabs as of late, and I've liked the success that I've seen with it so far, outside of obviously this attack. But I feel like I should have done much better on this one, so it's exceedingly disappointing. So let's see. So I'm trying for the triple drop there. I feel like that's kind of standard. And there we go. In and on down the line. You know, and obviously I want to get my planes in there. You always drop 4 planes at the very beginning, because in and thereafter it will pick the strongest plane after that point to throw in. If you only go with 1, then obviously that one takes damage, and then it's the first one in next time around. Landmine, obviously, you know, nothing really out of the ordinary. So my stuff is starting to spread, so I was like, well, okay, let's go ahead and get a point rally in there. Try and get my guys moving at least somewhat towards the town center with 15 seconds remaining. So I throw my blitz down. I start getting hammered by these mortars. I've got my protect on, which is of some assistance. I've still got 6 of my howitzers, and obviously the 3 that were donated to me. So there's the quick victory, which is like great. Now but the town center now has popped as a result of not getting in there fast enough. So I did toss my 2 planes out there, actually sacrificing both of my planes. So all of my planes are now down, and I'm like, well, where am I supposed to rally? Like, that's the conundrum that I was facing at this point. Is like, well, if it doesn't matter where I rally, and I mean, I'm sitting there watching these howitzers that are just popping off my guys, you know, and obviously I'm down to a big fat one howitzer as a result of the tanks up top taking them out and his field howitzers taking them out. So I'm like, well, maybe I can clean up some of the stuff on the bottom. So I go ahead and I pop some of my cleanup crew, knowing that I'm without planes now. And I mean, that's pretty much the battle. I know that the battle's won or over at this point. Short something really weird happening, you know, there's no way that I'm actually going to get through this. Not with the troops that I have remaining. My last howitzer's down, you know, and now I'm just left with little old Alex trying to beat on a tank with his sword. And that's pretty much the. So frustrating. So frustrating. I'm left with this sabotage, right? Like I had this sabotage just kind of lying around. And maybe I should have done a triple sab. Maybe I should have gone with the sab overlaid with the blitzkrieg and then with the sab again. That point rally there was literally just to see how high of a percentage I could get. You know, I was trying to get that 4th star, obviously. Would have been nice, but obviously not happening. And I do have those 3 Jag Panzers, and I don't know. I'm still on the fence about the Jag Panzers. I'm not sure if I like them or dislike them. They move so fast. Maybe I'd have to be German. Have those extra rallies in order to actually keep them in check. But they're the rogues. 8 seconds. I think I'm going to land, you know, pretty much the same 72%, 71% as Muhammad did. Probably both fell into the same traps, exactly the same traps, which is very sad. Makes me sad. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Maybe my troop comp needs to be adjusted a little bit. I think those Jags just have to go. I think I can handle like 2 and 2, but that was just as a result of that's what I had for my trade goods, so that's what I went with, was the Jag Panzers. I figured I'd give them a shot, right? So there you have it. That is my final war attack for this war. I hope to catch you guys all in about 45 minutes here on the live stream. We are going to be doing Get Wrecked, where I take that weak troop comp to your base and see what I can do. By that point, I'm hoping that I have my blitzkrieg back, and I'll crown a few things if necessary. But come and join us. We're in the Last-Outlaws. I'll leave the description and the link to the live stream down below. Like I said, on the Discord chat. And yeah, we hope to see you there. Don't forget, pound that like button, subscribe. As always, keep your sticks on the ice. Have a good time.